Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Carl. And this is Carl. It's so dumb every time.
It's so silly. I should pull up your stream. Guys, we're a fucking mess right now, if you couldn't tell.
13 minutes late, but who's counting?
The exterminator game. Like, literally, Carl's like, okay, should we hop on the Discord in like 5 minutes?
Which is 15 minutes early, by the way.
Yes, so that we could set up and do all of our silly little things. And then like 3 minutes later, there's someone at my door ringing the doorbell. And
it's my
not
curtain.
Like the buzzer for the apartment building. It's like my personal doorbell on the door. So I went to check and I was like, who the fuck? Booger Fart 42. Yes. Hi, hello, Klein. So I go to check. Who is this? I was like, maybe it's my roommate. Like, no, it's probably not my roommate. Like, he would be out if she got in the building. Like, whatever. It was the exterminator. And he was like, hi, I'm here. Like, the exterminator's here. And I was like, oh, like, we didn't call. Like, we didn't put an order in. He's like, no, I know. It's just like the general. Like, we have to, when we come to do like the building and whatever. I was like, oh, great. Yeah, of course. Come in. I was like, when's this guy gonna leave? When is he gonna be done?
I'm sitting here checking my watch. I was like, should I have not done stream starting soon? I don't know.
Kind of crazy. There's always fucking something, right? Maybe that's what I should get on my merch. There's always something.
Oh, by the way, I was looking at your I'm not live right now, like background wallpaper, and it asks people to subscribe to be notified to Twitch.
Oh, instead of
Follow.
oh shit, I should change that.
I'll just embarrass you live here on the internet.
Maybe I have you know what I probably did? Me being a fool. I probably did words functioning like the same thing for like YouTube and use the same base.
Yeah. Subscribe. You have a YouTube?
You subscribe and put notifications on.
Yeah, no, I said you have a YouTube?
That I don't use, but yes.
Gotcha. I have a YouTube. I upload like once a week, maybe.
Yeah.
Little rambling review.
All the stuff that I have saved, I was editing and cropping stuff out. I didn't just like upload the VODs, which I probably should have done, put the private so I had everything saved. I don't know. It was just hard to keep up with like editing shit because of school and like work and.
Oh yeah, I don't edit VODs.
Yeah, you're just like putting them up there.
Yeah, I have two channels. I have one where I one I just dump all my VODs to, and the other one I just like mostly record reviews of video games that I've played in the past. A retrospective review.
Mm-hmm. Cool stuff. Very fun. Oh. Can you like not ever help me this again? I always get the notification for like the Twitch, friends, the chat.
We use Nintendo Switch Online. It's crap. For the voice chat. It's like, no.
Yeah. But they always make it pop up every single time. If you can tell, my friends, my allergies are killing me. My sinuses are swollen. There's so much snot secreting from my face. Happy spring. Hope everyone else is also enjoying the flowers.
Yeah, I went. My mom kind of lucked out on Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
I was telling her like, oh, Friday before the Sunday of. I was like, oh, it's Doctor Strange is coming out that Friday, so. And then she like texts me Thursday. She's like, we could celebrate like Mother's Day Friday or Saturday. And I'm like, okay, do you just want to see Doctor Strange early? She's like, yeah. So we saw it opening night, and then we went on Saturday. We went disc golfing and then had dinner, and then on Sunday we just had dinner. So my mom got like Mother's Day weekend, which is fine. But I just thought it was kind of funny. She lucked out. She was gaming the system. But yeah, so what was my point? Oh yeah, we went disc golfing, and I saw a violet and some little wild strawberry flowers and dandelions, of course. I took pictures of them, and I was gonna post them to Twitter, but I forgot.
Oh, well, you can always post later.
Yep.
Cute. I went to my parents' house on Long Island for Mother's Day. We had dinner, which was very, very good. My Tia, my cousin, and my Tio came over. My cousin's kid, the baby. So we had a good time. My dad cooked like literally everything under the sun, which was funny. So lots of good food. And then I came back into the city to continue studying. Yeah, that's my life. So crazy, so wild.
Yeah, I'm never gonna complain about going out to eat.
Yeah, no, eating is great. And like I know, like when I cook, I need to grab my Aquaphor. My nose is like peeling because of the amount of times I have to like blow it. Right.
Okay.
So I need to put Aquaphor on it because it's starting to hurt a little bit.
You need
What
puffs, soft, whatever.
I have them.
Oof.
Yeah, I have used toilet paper in between a little bit. I think that's just it's just
Ooh.
been a lot. My nose has been like this for the past few days, so.
You need to get the little neti pot out.
Yes, I did. I've been doing it. Hey, Rock Guitarist. Welcome, welcome. I've been doing my neti pot.
Rinse everything out.
Carl.
Let me tell you how to manage your own health here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Online.
Yep. You know,
Yep.
screw the doctors, screw years of medical research and professional opinions. I know what's best for you. Me, random person.
Screw listening to your body. It's funny. Yeah, no, my mom, I called her this morning. She was like, "How are your allergies?" And she sounds so stuffed. Like, I can hear how puffy her face it was. She's like, "I'm fine." I was like, "Mom," I was like, "I'm turning into you." And she was like, "Yep, this is what is gonna happen." I was like, "This is awful." No, literally. Oh no, this I don't want to sell. So how was the date?
Are we doing a tell-all on stream?
A tell-all. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. We went and got drinks downtown, which was fun. We met halfway. I had a really good time. He's really easy to talk to. He's very, very sweet. He's very, very handsome, which is a nice perk.
Wow. Objectifying. Focusing on looks.
Sorry. No, it's a perk. It is a perk. No, but it was really, really like easy to talk to him. He's very funny, which I thought was really good.
So no word from you know who? The other guy?
No, that's fine. This guy is so much better. Communication alone is so so good.
I don't need you. I got this guy. I found a replacement.
I'm not gonna waste my time.
No,
I
know.
Of nothing. Like, I'm sure the other guy is he's probably fine doing his own thing, and he just I don't know, felt bad to tell me otherwise. That's not my problem.
Yeah, no, just the way. Oh, this guy's just so much better. Just the way you said that.
Like eons, but I don't. He's from London. I don't know if it's because he's European that he's so much better. I don't know. Yeah.
Wow. Stereotyping Europeans now.
The other dude is talking to other people. You know, I'm sure this guy might be talking to other people too. I am, even though I like him best, and I'm really only talking to him at this point. But until things are established and what are you looking for and whatever, you're still in the trying to get to know people phase. So that's not you can't be mad at that right now, right? When you're still getting to know and checking out the vibes and whatever. But it went really, really well. At one point, halfway through, I was like, I feel like I'm talking so much. I was like, I'm so sorry. How are you? He's like, no. He's like, I keep asking you questions. I love, I'm enjoying getting to know you. And,
I keep asking you questions.
Stop. How fascinating I was because I had such a wide breadth of knowledge about so many different topics and that I'm so passionate about all of these things. It's the way that your eyes light up when you talk about this and the music stuff. And he was asking me about what is the vocal health science thing that I'd want to go back to school for. I don't know, it was just all these specific things and genuinely interested in all of this stuff. I don't know. And I was that's amazing. That's great. You'd never think that people. Yeah, I don't know. It was very good. We talked about our families and stuff. He showed me a very cute video of his grandma, his nan. She's from Liverpool. She has such a thick accent, and then he was mimicking her accent. I was who is this person? This is so funny how stark it sounds. Yeah, no. So it was
one smooth customer there.
Yeah, no. I had a really good time.
Jeez, I can't remember the last time I went on a date.
Carl, we're gonna get you on a date.
I kind of don't. I mean, of course, the fact that I'm leaving the country in the next 2 months.
That's fair.
I kind of I don't want to get involved in someone and then be yeah. I'm not missing
Unfortunately,
out.
Carl,
Fair enough.
you aren't missing out. I mean, yes, it can be very difficult. The entire prospect. I don't know why
It's
I'm just like,
different for us guys. We don't. It's the Wild West out there. Whatever.
yeah. It definitely depends on like the area, but yes, it is different. So yeah, so hopefully we'll hang out this weekend, which will be good. Easy mode for women as guys, man, it's rough. I don't think it's easy mode. Maybe in terms of like actually getting a date.
Yeah, there's a lot more
women are-
attention for women. I would
yeah, at
think.
least they're starting things, but I feel like there's just like so much confusion because of like lack of communication. That's like usually what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's
So,
like Twitch
it's
as well.
So, like it's very painful
Yeah.
to be dating, putting yourself out there, especially when like you're still getting like repeated outcomes, even though guys seem so different. Getting the date is extremely hard. After that, it's extremely easy.
For whom?
So for guys, and I don't know if it's because like the way we invest in things or like the way it almost feels as if we're like fooled. I think that's what it is, because that was like what the other guy was like. The things that I assumed and interest that was there that obviously wasn't there. You know, I didn't think I was reading anything or like missing any red flags up until like the end, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck. And like you hold out and like hope for the best and like giving people the benefit of the doubt and like
Poof.
so
They're
it's
gone.
difficult. And then what? I was waiting around for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Yep.
When I didn't need, you know, at that point. So it gets kind of ridiculous. You know, and I don't know why that's what happens, what that processing is. I don't know. I would say it's very uncommon for me to not land a second date or more. It's getting that first date that's very difficult.
Well, yeah, it's like during
after that first date, you have something established at least. You know,
during like pandemic, you know, 2020 summer, haha, everybody's favorite time.
That's also.
That was like, yeah, I was just lonely. Like I just wanted people to talk to. Straight up, like that was it. Like I just wanted someone to talk to, because like what I would do is like my schedule is literally okay. Wake up, eat breakfast in my room, ride my bike across campus, go to work. You know, I'd talk to people there, but like I don't know, it was manual labor, facilities and stuff. You know, it wasn't fun talking to people. You know, it was work talking to people. And then I would bike back to my dorm to get lunch, and then
Oh. Thanks, Carl.
I saw that. I saw the first message, and I'm like, oh, should I? And I'm like, I should probably just do it. Just before. I should probably just do that, and then we'll talk about it later. We'll discuss. And then he said the second thing, and I'm like, yep, he's gone.
That's so funny. Oh my god, Haloclad, you had your last finals over? Amazing. What was it for? Have my
Someone went into Sam's chat and said, "You're hot. Do you need a daddy?" Oh, what a loser!
Final tomorrow. Considering upping and leaving your town and moving to Austin. Ooh, exciting! Yeah, if you can rent out your place or have to sell it instead. If you can rent it, that'll be good, because then you'll have what's it called?
Money?
What income? Yes, no, but it's called. It's not transparent. That's not the word that I need.
No.
You do have to play one extra tomorrow, but you don't really count that. Yeah, like playing tests are not real. Just ear training. You got done a little late. Oh, good. Very good. We love ear training.
Passive income. Rockstar's
Passive
got
income. It doesn't start with a P. Yes.
But yeah. So, yeah, summer 2020, that was all I did. And then I would go back, to my room, and you weren't allowed to leave your room. Like, it was literally like... I think it was literally like, hey, don't leave your room unless you have somewhere to be. Like, that was the thing. And, like, it was... I left...
Great, my blanket came now.
I was allowed to leave, like, most of my stuff in my old room, because I was going to have that room again in the fall. And that was, like, on the one hand, it was really cool that, like, facilities like, hey, I'll make you a deal. Since you're getting that exact same room in the fall, like, you can leave all your stuff there, and in turn, like, we don't have to clean it, you know? And so that was cool. Like, okay, sweet. So I didn't have to move it all across. But what it meant was I didn't have, like, there was nothing on the walls. Like, there was nothing making it. Like, I had my recliner and a futon, and even that was pushing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just like, I just wanted someone to talk to. So a friend said, you should download Tinder just to find people to talk to. And then I did, and then I got harassed. So.
And I know they have, like, friend finding mode or whatever and things like that, but, like, it's never actually
Yeah, I had it, like,
friend finding mode.
Yeah, it wasn't friend finding mode. It was just, yeah. And, like, I had, like men and women, but, like, all the guys were just like, hey, we want a third person for our relationship. And I'm like, so I just said, okay, just girls. Okay, that's fine, whatever. I just want someone to chat with. And then, yeah, it was either nothing or
Like,
yeah, and then, like, one person was creepy. Because I realized
some people are just, like, so wild on the, like, so bold and brazen things that they say to, like, strangers.
Like, do you need
like,
a daddy?
Well, no. Very explicit things that we won't be discussing.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Crazy. Oh, a quality sprinkler. Should I get that?
If you want, it's like iron, copper, and quartz.
They have it at the little marketplace. Not the market, the traveling dude.
Traveling cart.
Yeah. Should I get it? I can get 2 for the greenhouse. I was gonna say, I don't know what happened. We got smacked by a wave of depression on Tuesday. First time I felt it in years. Yeah, and that change is good. You know? Sometimes things are too stagnant. You need to go and do something productive to fix it. A zaddy? What's the difference?
I don't know.
I thought Carl said daddy. Let me go put these over here. But I think it's just like the same thing. Some people like will have said that as an alternative.
So I just turned in my watering can. So just so you know, right now I'm a watering can't.
It's zesty. That's funny. What did you need to upgrade it?
I'm upgrading the copper. It's handy for, like, going through the volcano because you need to use it to, like, make paths, right?
Yeah. Zesty Italian dressing. Italian dressing is so good. I'm so annoyed because this nostril is the one that keeps getting filled. Very frustrating. It's so frustrating. I'm getting a spectacular ab workout though from blowing my nose because it's like all your core, right?
I'm coughing and sneezing all the time too.
Yeah.
Get absolutely ripped.
When you're doing it the right way, it's the equivalent of a lot of voice exercises that focus on your core and core strength for the sustainability of your sound. So you don't have anything interfering with your neck and the musculature that comes with blowing those sinuses. Yeah, it's like, I feel like I'm in a bubble. Like, that's a headache. I had a headache last night that was just like this. Because it's like, these are like swollen. Isn't that exciting? Would we like to go mining? Or would we like to go to the beach? To the islands, rather?
Sure. We'll have a limited time today, but we can do that.
Alright. Well, we could sleep there if needed.
This is true.
So let's go. Left my window open like a dolly. Oh, you had permanent nose blockage yesterday. So much pollen. Yeah, no, I hate when you get the fucking nose blockage. I hate it so much. Window open. Yeah, like we've been leaving our windows open because it's like nice out. It's nice and cool.
Do they have
Now I have
Culver's in New York?
They have what?
Culver's
What is a
restaurant.
culver?
Ooh.
Nope.
No, interesting. Okay. I think it's like a Midwest thing. It's like a
I've never heard of it. No.
yeah, it's like a restaurant thing it's got like a country farmy type feel to it.
Interesting.
It's got
Okay.
like I'll get chicken tender value baskets with cheese curds from there.
Ooh.
They've got root beer as well.
Very, very cool.
They're known for their root beer.
Resort. This is so funny.
Oh, do you have like a quest that's like ship a bunch of taro tubers or something?
I don't think so.
So we've grown a lot of taro tubers. I can't remember what the heck we were doing it for. I think we were just doing it to grow stuff.
Why can't I change into my bathing suit?
Um,
Hurry, close it down tomorrow? No.
yeah, no. Ooh! I harvested some
That's so
tubers. And we got ourselves a gold walnut.
Amazing.
So I think the next thing we want...
Yes.
Okay, so that's mail. I'm trying to figure out what's left.
Yeah.
We did that. I think mail is the next thing we want, and then we can do...
Like delivery requests?
Yeah, I think you have to do the mail first. There's a guy that sets up an island trader, which we don't really want right now. Like, it's not priority.
Okay.
I think the mail is a priority because then that'll unlock the ability to make something else that we do want, that we do really, really want. Dude, Culver's root beer is so good. It's like sweet. Like it's like sweeter.
Yeah.
I like to go to
Can't wait.
A&W and then get the root beer like straight from there. Oh,
Oh, what is this?
what?
This little... This.
What does it look like to you?
It looks like a shrine of some kind. You have to put something here.
What do you think we should put there?
A walnut?
No, you can't pick walnuts up like a item.
Oh, I can't put the cookie down. There's a cold cream soda. I don't think I've ever had cream soda before. I do love root beer though.
You're on the right track. You do have to put something there. But I'll let you figure out what we have to put there.
When it rains, strange birds visit.
Help man intent. Okay.
They fly away. I guess they don't want to be friends. Oh no, Leo. Fuck. Help man in tent. Where is there a man in the tent?
The field office, like the guy that wants the bones. That guy.
Dig site?
Yeah, near the dig site.
Okay.
Like if you give him, if you fill out the museum there.
Oh.
Right. This guy.
This one. Duh!
So yeah, we need a spine, snake vertebrae, mummified bat. I'm trying to remember where the mummified bat is. I think the mummified bat is in the volcano. 2 snake vertebrae. I know where the mammal skull is.
I have a mummified frog.
Okay. We've already
that
donated
already.
that, yeah.
Okay. Should I break all of the things out here?
Yeah, this is I don't think any of the things that we need are here. Because like each thing has a certain spawn point. Like they don't all spawn here. Like snake vertebrae is only in like you can talk to Professor Snail directly and he'll tell you, "Oh, I think you might be able to find this here." You know.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I know snake vertebrae is in artifact spots on the farm part of the island.
Oh wait, I think I got an artifact spot, like a journal. Let me see.
But yes, the wiggly worms. Now the thing about that is, I think like each day the game says, okay, time to spawn an artifact spot, and it just picks a random point on the island that's clear.
Oh, that's annoying.
So on both my 100% files before this, I literally paved the entire island except for the farm part, so that I could guarantee that any artifact spots that spawned would do so on the island.
Oh,
so that was a pain. Oh shoot, I went to the volcano. I didn't want to do that.
That I sounded so lovely. Hi, Carl.
Hello.
Isn't she lovely?
Narcissism.
The sound of snot leaving my face. Isn't she wonderful?
So they want 5 walnuts to bring the mail.
For the mail?
Should we do it? We have 9. Okay. 5 walnuts. Deliver mail. $99. You better go to bed before you faint. She's on the phone. Yeah, she's on the phone. I can see her stream. I don't think she hears me. I'm muted right now, but I don't think she heard me. Sam, you're gonna pass out.
Hello?
You're gonna pass out, Sam. Get to bed.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I could see you're on your phone on your stream, and I was like, Sam.
My mom's gonna kill me. She's the reason why I'm dying. It's 2 a.m., right? Not 1 a.m.?
Correct.
Oh my god, thank the Lord. Ah!
You should not mute yourself on your stream.
I thought I muted myself.
You muted yourself in Discord.
I thought that I turned off the microphone.
Oops.
Did the button press? Okay. So the update was I went to the dermatologist. My medication got called today, but they also called to pick up my stuff yesterday. Oh, okay. I didn't get the new guy sick. It's allergies. No one's sick. Because here's the thing. Because I'm immunocompromised, because I'm a lemon, I would be feeling like shit. My lymph nodes aren't swollen. That's always the first indicator. It's literally just like the front of my face. The cough that I have is because my mucus is dripping into my throat. But I haven't had a sore throat at all.
It's not letting me press A. On okay.
Oh.
What?
No fever. It's loading on my end.
Like I'm pressing A.
Oh, waiting
is
for other
the A button not?
Why is it?
I'm gonna turn my controller off.
Yeah. Hi,
okay.
the gummy.
Oh, the gummy's making me hydrate.
He's making me hydrate too.
The gummy.
Oh my god.
Welcome in.
We did it. We figured it out. We're okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I just turned my Joy-Con off and then back on.
Okay.
Okay, so now talk to this parrot.
Oh. I'm really glad you've become a part of our community and enclose a check from the Stardew Valley Agriculture Fund to help you continue your work. Thank you.
It's like what, 500?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Build warp tower. Interesting.
So that'll allow us to warp back to the farm instantly.
Oh wow. Whenever we want.
Yeah, well, yeah, we just have to go there first. Touch it.
Yes. So yes. So boy is fine. But yeah, my mom was confused because we use CVS as our pharmacy, and she was like, they called twice, like today and yesterday, and like, where do you have to pick it up here, or is it in the city, or what? I was like, Mom, they're just gonna call the house because it's the number they have on file. I tried tuning it, and they don't do that.
So I believe mammal skull is from a golden coconut, and then snake vertebrae are artifact spots on the west side here. So, depending on how drastic measures you want to take and how early, we could take a bunch of stones and or wood and craft a whole bunch of pavers and methodically block off every part of the island that is not the west part where an artifact spot could spawn to force them to spawn over here, which is what I ended up doing because you need 2 of them, but they're so rare comparatively.
Interesting. Unless you just hoe the entire island.
No, like it has to be the wormies. Like if you're digging a random spot, it won't pop out, but it has to be the little wormies on the island.
Oh, so you have to make sure the wormies are over here.
Yeah. So if what you're doing right now is not effective.
Oh.
Actually, it's counterproductive because the more spots we till, the more spots the artifact can't show up on here, and the higher chance it'll spawn somewhere else.
I got you. But I can do this elsewhere.
Yeah, but every day that passes by, they'll start. So that's why I was just like, you can make, like, if you have a stack of like 1,000 stones, you can just make 1,000 pavers, and then just cover the entire island.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And the reason I say that, and I'm suggesting that, is because both of my files, like the snake vertebrae, were the last thing that I needed. Like, despite my best efforts.
Funny.
So the first one I had it was ridiculous because I needed the snake vertebrae to get the last golden walnut to complete that, and to get the ostrich incubator so I could sell an ostrich egg, which I needed to ship all items, and it was just a mess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was like such a bottleneck.
Yeah.
And then I did that, and then I just had to make 10 million gold to buy the golden clock. Because that's another achievement. Spend 10 million gold on the golden clock.
Interesting. Okay, let's see what I need for these paver things.
Just 1 stone. You had to buy the recipe from Robin, I believe.
What about a wood path?
Yeah, it could work too. It's just in my files, I had more stones than wood. Like, you got 999 stones.
Yeah.
So that's why. You just, like, use whatever.
Yeah. Is this enough?
You're gonna need a lot. So yeah, we need to just cover everything that an artifact spot could show up on. So you don't need to cover like the beach towels and stuff. and you don't need to cover like behind things, like because they can't like hide behind things.
You won't
But
see them.
yeah,
I got you. But all of the sand.
yeah, and this includes here and on the east side there, like over here as well. You can just hold the button down. Yeah.
Not anywhere where it's wet though.
I'm not entirely sure exactly like where they can spawn. We had a treasure chest. You could give me half of them, and I could go do it. But I ain't taking 100 from you one at a time. That would be counterproductive. Can I? Do I have the?
This is so funny.
Okay, I have the wood path.
Yeah.
Oh, I have gravel path. That takes stone.
Oh.
So if you wanted to
So
just
then
like drop your stack of stone, I could pick it up. Like, you just want to drag your stone off the side. There you go. And then I can make some gravel path and start going crazy.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that stinks about it is you need 2 of them.
This is so funny.
So I'll head to the volcano and start working my way down.
Amazing. Beautiful.
The things we do for this game.
Yes. This is so funny. I'm surprised I haven't ran out yet. I mean, it looks very nice. A coconut!
A
Not a
walnut.
coconut. Walnut!
Yeah, I was like, this is a sus place. I was like, before I cover this up, I was like, I'm just gonna look. So I couldn't remember if we got it from there. Apparently not, so it's a good thing I checked.
Very good. We love to see it. The night market is now open. Oh, yeah.
See, not a lot to get from there at this point.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I accidentally gave a gravel path to Leo. He said, oh, I don't know if I can digest this. Sorry, man.
Oh, Leo, I'm so sorry.
I'm a terrible person. It's okay, though.
And do the north area, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing here.
Alright, I just started from the bottom.
Fun fact, when you're like holding down the A button to get like a lot of stuff, you know, to make a whole bunch of things or buy a whole bunch of things or buy hay or whatever, if you hold down A and Y, it goes faster.
Interesting.
Did not know that.
The more you know. The more you know. Allergy ASMR. Yup, it's all clear. Fucking water. I do have a garbage next to me too. In case anyone was wondering why I'm throwing these on the floor. Right. Oh my god, maybe I'll make them. How's everyone else doing? Oh my gosh. It's life. Did anyone else go on any fun dates?
Nope.
No. Oh my god, I ran out.
Although, interestingly now, my dad's going to Florida to participate in a pickleball tournament.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta like Friday drive him to the airport and back. So I get the house to myself for a month. So party at my house. Am I right?
It's having it wild. Yeah, I feel like the Penguins always beat the Rangers in the playoffs every single year without fail. They're always the second series. They're playing against one another. They get to game 7, and then the Rangers just fucking choke. And then on the off chance that that doesn't happen, they will lose the next series. I love them. They're my home team. They're great. They're fun to watch. However, the reality is of the situation. NHL, we're still putting 7 past them in a game. Yeah, I mean, even with Lundqvist never won a. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give this to you, Leo. I gave him wood.
You just did the exact same thing I did.
Up, you know.
I don't know if I can digest
He was fantastic. So, you got drunk a few months and asked, life's going pretty good. You actually do have a date planned. That's exciting, Hello Klein. Very, very fun. Tell us about this person. What are the vibes so far? Have you met? All the things. Oh, you said you asked him out months ago? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Do tell us more.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Carl.
I actually hate Greece.
I was in Greece. I was cast as Sandy, and I fucking cried because I wanted to be Rizzo. That's my last name.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
My father called me an ass. He was like, "You fucking ass, you idiot! You got the lead." I was like, "But Sandy sucks. She's not with everyone else ever, and he's annoying."
Well, Sandy gets to go out with Danny Zuko.
Oh my god, stop.
No, I hate it. I remember seeing the movie. I'm like, why am I supposed to like these people? They're awful.
I know. It's like
He's so misogynistic, and he's awful. And they're like, oh, you don't have to do the grass. Yeah, okay, there you go.
What do I want to do the grass, Carl?
I said you don't have to. You don't have to go to bed either, but
I'm going to bed. You met them before, and you know them for a bit. You can
people are awful,
very
but
fun.
entertaining.
Come back to New York for a concert.
I don't
think you're going to see them again.
I don't think that's why. Amazing.
Oh, we're littering the sand with wood so that we can limit the spawn points for the vertebrae that we have to get for just like so we can complete the fossil collection here.
It's like
proceed with the next step of life on Stardew Valley.
But yeah, it's like it's always sunny. The comedy comes from like that they are awful people and everybody else knows it. But in Greece, everybody's like, these are our heroes and they're succeeding, and no one seems to care.
Is by digging certain like dig spots. So we're trying to ensure that it only spawns on one part of the island. Open because you know your favorite thing to do around Brooklyn alone. Oh my gosh, I'm not really in Brooklyn a lot because I live in Manhattan. I went to the Time Out Market in Williamsburg? ? I went with my friend during spring break. We did like a day trip, and we went to like Dumbo and just walked around that entire area. Allie, we went for she had like a photography class. She needed to take pictures.
Danny is also like kind of a horrible person, and that's never never resolved.
So we went,
you know, and he's our hero.
Like a bunch of different bars and stuff like around, which is fun. Then a park in New York City. I don't know. It depends on the park. But yeah, bars are fun for sure. It's like I'm just gonna say hello and go back home. No. No, no, no.
And then there's this guy we gotta figure out how to get.
Bars with music menus are really good. Because then you can just, like, get comfortable. I feel like they're really cozy and whatever. You know, you can cuddle up.
I've never
while
seen
listening
West
to
Side
some
Story. I
tunes.
don't really
That's
know.
always a fun move. So yeah. Oh yes. What are the vibes? Confirmed date, or is it just friend hangout? But you would like it to be a date?
So we did have an artifact spot spawn here. I just saw. So it.
Oh yeah.
It's probably working.
Oh yes. Where is it?
Oh, I got it. It was just some Omni Geodes, but
Oh, okay, but still good.
yeah, but that's what we want. Because I think it's like a 12.5%, 1 in 8 chance of being what we want it to be. It's like, it's not horrible, but you just need it to actually pop up here, and we need 2 of them.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, if you go, it's Dumbo. That's where it is, in Dumbo. If you go to the time out market, it's really cool. If you go up to like the top floor, because you'll have a view of like the water and the Brooklyn Bridge and all that stuff.
the water.
There is the park that's right under the Brooklyn Bridge. That is right there. You can go hang out there. It's a small park on the water. No, there are multiple. Central Park I wouldn't go to at night. But I feel like these other ones are like very small and open air. There's constantly lots of people and whatever. They're not enclosed the same way Central Park is. You should be fine if you go to like I think it's called the Brooklyn Bridge Park. The one that's right there. So that could be a lot of fun. There's a Shake Shack there. Allie and I went to
Hey, Harlequin.
Central Park bed at night. Yeah.
Aren't there like creeps in tents and stuff? Everybody's camping out, and then like a lot of people wandering about.
Not like that, but it's just like because Central Park is so isolated, because it's just like the trees and it's very dark and you're not near any buildings and lights and whatever. There's stuff like on the outside, like if you want to go ice skating, you go to, I think it's called Wellman's or whatever the ice rink is. That's like on the outskirts of the park near Central Park South. You see the street, you're close. Like that's fine to go do things like that. High sexiness. Yeah, I might need to make more wooden paths for sure.
I think they're being sarcastic. I don't know if you're also being sarcastic.
Oh.
I'm looking up. Yeah.
That's funny. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm really not reading the sarcasm well. I don't just get the tone of voice right away.
You can't hear the tone of voice through Twitch chat?
Sometimes I can, but sometimes I just read it straight on.
You don't telepathically hear their...
People being facetious sometimes? No.
Every time, I know exactly what people sound like. Like people... Like you chat in my chat, and I'll be like, oh, I think that's what Sam sounds like. And then I see you on your stream, and I was like, wow, I knew that's exactly what her mind sounded like.
I think it's also different because, like, we speak outside. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I was being stupid, as if I saw you chat first, and I didn't visit your stream first. Gummy says, oh, I would never be sarcastic to you.
My God. Thanks, Gummy. I appreciate it. Oh gosh, wait. So you watched West Side Story? Have you also watched the original one? What are all of your thoughts? Oh, what did you do here?
The gravel paths.
Oh, they look so weird. They look like you just dug them.
Yep.
I guess it makes sense. That's the point.
So we can get one by fishing here, I believe.
One of the vertebrae?
Yeah, the mammal spine.
Oh, cool.
Because we need the mammal spine, the fossilized spine, the mammalian skull,
You and two friends that watch. You want to check the original one after the new one, but after the new one, we're not sure anymore. I haven't watched the new one, but I have watched the original one. I also have had to study it for school, in like my theater history classes and like whatever. It seemed very, very weird. How so? What was weird about it? And then maybe I can bring context to what happens.
What's this concept of gang violence? We don't have people here in Iceland.
I'm almost done with finals. Very close. I have my last final tomorrow, and then I'm done. So I have to study tonight.
Your final.
My final of my undergrad career. It's crazy. I did. I handed in my last essay last night.
Exactly.
Which is really exciting. Yeah. And I did my other project. It's crazy. Like, nothing happened really. No conclusion at the end. Interesting. I mean, it's not that it's open-ended. It's a story of, like, Romeo and Juliet that they use. It's an adaptation of that
But
story.
gangs. Oh, guess who got a fossilized spore?
So, originally, maybe the original storytelling is yeah. I mean, because the book is, I mean, it is really good. In terms of the music, it's Stephen Sondheim. Oh god, what was the guy who wrote the book? But anyway, these two Jewish guys in New York, originally they wanted to go and talk about like the Jewish plight living in New York City and living, I think it was on the Upper East Side. But then eventually there was like a news article about like gang activity, gang violence in LA that had come out. So they used it as a way to like talk about and like, you know, humanize Latinos and Puerto Ricans and like the new like wave of immigrants and whatever, just for like backstory of like the conception of the entire thing. So you have, obviously you're seeing like white teenage America and like Latino teenage America kind of like at war with one another. And at the end, you know, similar to Romeo and Juliet, with like these two families, these two households, these two cultures at war with one another.
I didn't like Romeo and Juliet either. Like reading it, I was like, everybody's an idiot in this. Everybody's so stupid. It's like, why do they love each other? They don't even know each other. Get over yourself, you know. Yeah.
I mean, that, of course. We have to watch the original because I think it ended worse from both sides. Yes, because everyone dies. I mean, that's like the huge thing. Look at
Romeo and Juliet too.
Kind of like what it brought us to. There is no like happy ending for any of the characters with it. It felt just like really, really forced. Yeah, I haven't seen the new one, so I'm not sure what they have changed with it. I know they also brought West Side Story to Broadway 2 years ago, like pre-COVID, and then it closed because of COVID. And there are certain songs they had like taken out and changed and like whatever. Yeah. So some people like it, some people don't. Definitely watch the original for sure. The music is phenomenal. Sondheim's incredible. Separate story, but there's also like a discussion of like blackface that was going on. They had like a lot of like white actors for all of these roles and like stereotyping and like representation that's like flooded in stereotypes, right? And what that means, especially because it's like you have two white Jewish guys writing a story about like Puerto Ricans. Oh, for sure. He listened to the song and probably never watched the movie again. Yeah. But yeah, I heard a lot of people that did like it, the new one. But yeah, music is really good. We actually played America for in high school for the orchestra when we went to Disney, which was really, really fun. When Sun is angry, it feels good in the jungle. Sun can't find us beneath the leaves. We tricked him. That's so funny, Leo. But yeah, I'll have to watch it. I haven't watched the new movie yet.
I just watched Doctor Strange. That's a good movie. There you go.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about it because everything's spoiler.
Oh my god.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like
I need to watch it too.
I'll tell you this much. The description, the plot synopsis is incorrect. And that's all I'll tell you.
Hi Marcus. Allergies are killing me. Yep. I hope you're enjoying our snot ASMR. My nose is peeling very, very much. Everything's really good. I went on my date with London Boy the other day. It was so fantastic. Yeah, so hopefully we'll go out again. Maybe this weekend.
London boy.
London Boy, he's so great.
Do some snogging.
Stop, Carl. Ideally, yes, but stop.
Ooh, golden coconut.
Beautiful. London Boy and New York girl. He said he loves my accent. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Water.
Like, the Long Island accent is like the most one of the most despised accents in the country. He was like, no, like I love how you say your words.
Your
like,
water.
hey, I prefer how you say your words, but it's not. ASMR seems very niche, but I mean, hey, do what makes you happy. It's all about that niche content nowadays, right?
Yeah, you gotta find that niche and go
Find
for
that
it.
niche and with it. There's a niche for everybody. Marketing 101. Yeah. Craziness. Crazy. He also, like, the way he speaks, like his word choice is so amazing. Like, not that he uses fancy words or anything necessarily. He just, like, speaks so nicely. Does that make sense? Am I just, like,
I don't know. Maybe. It's like poetry.
Yes.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Or I say coffee.
From Jersey. Okay, I'm a head.
Like, oh yeah, you're from New Jersey. I mean, yes, it's very true. I mean, I think I've been pretty good at like toning it down since like moving to Manhattan.
How heavy? Give me the heavy accent.
What do you mean?
Say what you said. You've been toning your accent down, or are you talking for Marcus?
Huh?
You said have you? I missed a part there. You said that you've been toning your accent down, or that Marcus has.
Oh no, that I have been.
That you have.
Because part of, like in my voice lessons, like singing, like the New York accent is just bad for singing because it's so like effortful. Water.
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 Water. Water.
Water.
Water. Water. Would you like a cup of water? Water? Water?
Now you just sound like a robot that's shorting out. Would you like a cup of water? What water? Water.
1 cup of water.
This
No,
London
he doesn't
boy
know
wants
about
to Twitch.
gaming yet. He doesn't know about any of my social media endeavors. I'm a
That's kind of good. I think. I feel like.
I'm walking here.
I feel like it would be weird.
It's not something you bring up right away. He doesn't need to be watching me play my video games.
Yeah, I mean, like later, like obviously, if you're like have a steady relationship with someone, I feel like it'd be good. Yeah, you know, if they like watching streams and stuff, to like come by and say hi and all that good stuff. But yeah, I feel like it. I don't know.
With anyone in real life.
Like the
Friends.
potential of
Friends,
stockiness. Like if someone says like, "Hey, I met you through your social media," it's kind of like, "Oh, is this going to be like a parasocial thing?" Like, you know?
Yeah.
Because that was like weird of like being friends through like with viewers and stuff. It's like at what point am I too big and I got to be like, okay, don't. No, I don't want to hang out. You know?
Yeah. No, I feel that. Because even with, like, I don't know, like, my TikTok stuff and, like, my dating series and, like, whatever, and it's, like, how much do I say if I do talk about these things? Because a lot of people talk about it, and, like, you can be vague, and the general advice is, like, good for people to, like, see, you know, and comforting. But it's, like, even that, like, how is someone going to react to seeing, like, that whole series online?
Well, that's...
If they know I'm talking about them.
Yeah, because that's what I wonder. Because like
Yeah.
people just saying like, "Oh, I had this experience with a viewer where they did this," and I was like, "Oh my!" I'm like, they're gonna like if they're a fan, like, and they're following your TikTok, they're gonna see this probably, like,
Yeah.
and like,
And that's okay. I mean, it's public for a reason. I don't mind sharing this stuff, you know?
yeah, but it's
But
like
it's a different.
if you have a relationship with someone, like whatever, like a working relationship with someone, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
um, it's like, do you want them to see, you know?
Yeah, just a different level of privacy. And like, would you like to be involved? Would you not like to be,
Yeah, it's
Which is
weird.
important. I mean, that boundary is important. It needs to be respected, I think. I think it's interesting, like, that it's something that we have to talk about and, like, figure out how we're going to maneuver too.
Well, essentially, even with Twitch, like especially with Twitch, because like the whole point of Twitch is that it's like live. Like with like TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Like, I see your photo, and then I comment on it, and then like you like it or comment back. It's like not live, but like right here,
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, and if I'm in your chat or you're in my chat, like we're actively talking back and forth, and we're actively like hanging out, and it's like, oh, you hang out with friends, like we're friends, right? It's like, kinda, but not really. Um, because that was what one thing I had to think about. I was like, okay, at what point do I say, hey, do you want to collab? At what point, how long do I have to sit and wait before,
Yeah.
and like show up to your stream and be like, oh, do you want to collab?
Yeah.
Where did my golden coconuts go?
Oh, no. Oh, wait. I don't want to do this. Oh, God. Go to Steve's? Yeah, I feel like streaming could be an area of safe space, yes. It sucks with voice acting because when I have letter lines, I have to go back and re-record. I can get rid of it with talking volume lines, but yelling takes forever. Yeah. Oh God, I'm glad that came out. But I
Oh, we
still
got a
started streaming so
mango tree.
despite having a history of not saying the wrong things. Oh, I think that too. I mean, there's fear of like people perceiving you, you know?
Oh, I'm an idiot.
And what that is.
I
I
wanted
like my eyes.
I wanted to get my watering can in before 4, so I talked to him. I was like, oh, I'll just talk to him and get the watering can before 4 and upgrade my watering can, and then I'll have him here, and then I can just talk to him about upgrading geodes so that he doesn't run away.
Oh, yeah.
But if you give him a tool to upgrade, he will refuse anything.
Oh.
He'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm working on your thing. It won't be ready tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay, well, take 2 seconds to bring up this geodes, you idiot." Ugh.
Interesting.
Oh, someone's mowing outside, mowing grass. Oh, that's nice. So,
I love the smell of mowed grass.
freshly mowed grass.
It doesn't like me. I'm like, I'd have the energy to stream game while sick. So it's my allergies, so I really don't feel bad. It's just my face is swollen and teary, and there's lots of snot.
Normally she wouldn't, but she's like, "Oh my god, it's collab day with Carl. I just would
True, though.
love that."
True. Just inhale cayenne pepper through your nose. Full pro. Yep.
Okay,
No,
so
you don't understand. My mom's allergies are so severe that she has no sense of smell. My mom hasn't smelled anything in like over 30 years.
oh,
And
jeez.
her allergies started developing at the same time that mine are developing now. My mom literally has to stuff her nose with fucking tissues because of how much it drips. Like she can't breathe at night. How she snores because she's so congested, and how everything is like so inflamed up here. And it's constant. There's not even like a season for her. It's just like bad and worse.
Nice.
And yeah, isn't it exciting? The smell of fresh summer rain. It all fits different too. Oh my gosh, yes, the smell of rain is great when you like crack open a window. I don't like being in the rain. But I enjoy the smell of rain. Where do I have to fish to try to get the vertebrae? Doesn't matter if it's in the ocean or in the
You can't fish to get the
river.
snake vertebrae.
Oh.
You can do it to get the fossilized spine, which I did. So we have
okay.
we have 4 things we need to get. We need to get a mummified bat, which I think is found from breaking open like rocks and stuff um, in the volcano. And then we have
Okay.
the mammal skull, which can only be found from golden coconuts, popping up golden coconuts, which is why I left to have Clint open them up for us. But we just got a mango sapling and a banana sapling, which, by the way, I planted in the greenhouse. So we should have mangoes and bananas come spring 17.
That's exciting. Okay, I'm heading back now.
And then the snake vertebrae you dig up from artifact spots on the west side of the island, and you need 2 of them.
Uh-huh.
So that's cool.
Exciting. Oh, it's snowing at the night market. Cedar pollen hits even the strongest people. I can only imagine. My dad also weirdly, just like recently, within the past like 5 years, started developing allergies. Because he like works outside. He works for the Department of Works, so obviously he's like mowing and taking care of stuff and whatever. And his like face gets really itchy and his eyes get like really really swollen and watery, and he can't
Watery?
stop sneezing. Yes.
Okay, that's run its course. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And he's like, "What the fuck? Why is this happening to me?" Like whatever. It was like, "Dad, it's allergies." Like it's not allergies.
No, it's not. I would know if I had allergies. Back in my day, we would wrestle our allergies, and you kids,
Yeah. Basically, a snail, halibut. Do we need any of these things?
I'm looking at your stream. I don't think so.
Scorpion, carp, fish stew. There are shots you can get. Yes. I think one of my cousins did that. She's like severely allergic to dogs. Some of my sister's allergies have went away. My sister has like a lot of allergies to like tree nuts and whatever that developed when she was a kid. But she used to be able to eat like peanut butter, so her peanut butter allergy went away. But that's something people are thinking about. Allergies are so bad down there. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my cousin got it. She was allergic to cats and dogs. Like, severely allergic.
I don't
Really
I don't have any like specific like diagnosed allergies, but sometimes I'll be like congested. Like, what the frick? What am I even allergic to?
Is there a shot for all-in-one allergies? Thanks. I would like an all-in-one allergy shot. I don't know if they have that, but it would be nice. A cone hat. Curiosity from a distant land. Getting late. Let us go home.
10K for a cone hat? What?
Yep. It's Gucci. A Gucci cone hat.
The Gucci cone hat. I remember I had a resident. I didn't like her very much.
Good night, babies.
But she was like,
I'm looking at it as I go.
what?
One of my children is like won't stop staring at me. Oh, maybe they sleep on their side. I didn't know they had that function. Allergic to cats.
But
Yes.
where'd my train of thought? Oh yeah, resident. And she was like, she came and she had, I don't know if it was a Gucci belt or something. I don't know. It was like the 2Gs or whatever. Is that Gucci? Like,
I think so,
or
yeah.
something. The RA. Yeah, I was an RA for 4 years. And she was like, "Hey Carl, do you like my belt?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "What?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's a belt. What do you want me to say?" And then she was like, "How? Ooh, my secret friend is Abigail for the Feast of the Winter Star. That's cool.
Oh, cute.
I'll give her an amethyst. I've got one of those." But yeah, she She's like, how much do you think it costs? And I was like, I don't know, $20. And then she was like, no, 100 or whatever, a few hundred. And I'm like, you got scammed.
Like,
I don't know how much.
I don't want to get rid of this.
She's like, oh, rude. And I'm like, what? It's a belt. Why did you pay so much for a belt? Does it keep your pants up? Yes. Then it's good. It's a belt. Yeah. I don't know. She was not. She gave off entitled vibes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
I have another ancient seed. Oh, I have an amethyst if you would like it.
Oh, I got one in my whatchamacallit. Thank you very much, though.
Oh, of course. What is Pam like? I need to get stuff for Pam.
See, I've got some crazy RA stories. Just like...
Yeah, you and RA and WoW, did I see some wacky shit? Marcus, I don't know if you remember JJ. I don't know if you did sound when I was a freshman and sophomore. JJ was a senior when I was a sophomore. But he was an RA. And just like some of the calls that he would get, like when we'd like all be hanging out, like Friday night and whatever, like when he had to be on duty.
Oh, when you had the phone, yeah, duty phone.
Yeah, I mean, some stuff was like scary shit, you know, having to deal with, and some stuff was.
Yeah, I've dealt with some heavy stuff myself. It's like, oh shoot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
To deal with.
No, I mean, you're just like I still remember the RA phone tone. You know? And like when I hear it, like when someone else has that phone, I have an anxious response when I hear that phone. Because like, you know, it wakes you up at 2 a.m. All right. And you're like, oh God, like if someone's calling me at 2 a.m., like what's wrong? Like something's got to be wrong, right? And oftentimes there, you know, something was, you know.
Not planting. I don't understand.
And it's just, ugh.
That ringer triggers.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you know, like your entire, because you know, it wakes you up. Like you have it turned all the way up because you need to wake up. Like you are required to wake up if you're a call. And then it wakes you up and it's super loud. And like you have that few seconds where you're like, what's going on? You know, like, oh, and then it all snaps to reality that you're on duty. That's the duty phone. It's 2 a.m. and someone's probably going to be on the other side of that phone, and you're going to have to get up and get all your clothes on and call your duty partner up and handle this freaking thing. And if it's any sort of, you know, you're probably going to get either someone that's upset with you for just doing your job, or it's something stupid or something very serious, and that takes a lot out of you. And then after you handle it, you're not done because you need to write a report. So you and your partner go and you sit down and you write out this report, and you're required to write it right after you do it. So you can't even go to sleep and wait till morning. And it's all this legalese. There's all these different terms that you have to do. You have to include everyone's, like whenever you refer to a person, you have to refer to them by their title and their name. You can't refer to them by any pronouns for clarity reasons. And it's just god awful. And it takes, at minimum, even if it was a false report and you need like false call or something, and there wasn't anything to do, at minimum it takes like 20 minutes to a half an hour to just log into the system, write up the report, you know, do the legalese, and it's awful.
What was it called? JJ directed Into the Woods. He was one of our directors for Into the Woods. It was JJ and Kevin.
We were required to have partners for safety reasons.
Yeah.
You have to for safety and accountability. You have to have a partner.
Yeah. They also had partners. Maybe it wasn't official partners, but it was like there were multiple people on time, and you had that schedule. Except
COVID, when you had, like they relaxed it because we didn't have the staff, you know. Yeah. So they're like, if you need a partner, to handle stuff, then you could call like the RA from the next building over. But I never did that and had never had that happen to me. Because like, I mean, if I'm an experienced RA, I'm not going to get someone else involved in it. Like I know I can handle it myself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so Pippin was first. Pippin was fall semester. JJ was the king in Pippin. He was actually in the show for that one. He also was on he was in F Sharps. I think you guys did the sound for F Sharps. But yes, it was Pippin, and then we did Into the Woods in the spring, and then COVID happened. We closed Into the Woods, and everyone went home forever. The world stopped. Yes. Yeah. JJ. What was this? I think he just moved back to the city, actually. I need to text him. I need to catch up on life. It's so hard to, like, keep up with the people that, like, you used to see all the time. Because, like, usually, I mean, all of my, like, friends in my grade that I see regularly, like, some of which have, like, graduated last semester, like, technically, so they take classes now. But everyone, like, stays in the city for, like, work, so you don't have, like, the diaspora of, like, college friends that you'll never see again. You know what I mean? I'm sure you see them. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. In the 2-year break, and you did the showcase. Yes. And then we got you back to do all of our stuff. Thinking about that in December, like, it was so fucking stressful to try to put everything together because all of the licensing companies, like, don't have their shit together. Anyway, a conversation for another day. Because of COVID, everyone was sent home and, like, spread out and in different states. So now it's like, it's nice that people are still coming back.
It's kind of
like,
weird
all of
thinking about COVID and, like, you know, now the weather's getting nice. Like, it's kind of reminding me of that, like, end of the year, like, school's out type vibe. And, like,
yeah.
I don't even remember what my final was. Like, I don't even remember the moment because, like, it was me on a computer and then I hit submit and then that was it. And I was just kind of like, well, you know, because usually you have the memory of, like, walking out of that last class, you know?
Yeah.
And being like, and like feeling the you know, sun on your shoulders or whatever, and you're just like, I'm done. But today it was just like, well, that, and I thought I was still doing a study abroad, so it wasn't like I'm done.
Yes.
And then it got, yeah, and then it got delayed, and then so, you know, I was like, hey, advisor, can you, like, go step up for me and, like, just graduate me anyway? She was like, I'll see what I can do. So it was like, even though, like, I'm listed as graduating spring of 2021, I didn't find out I was graduated until, like, the end of summer 2021.
Crazy, yeah.
So, like, even so, that, like, just completely killed all sense of, like,
yeah, you're in, like, limbo. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was wondering what happened with licensing, but didn't want to pry. So basically, 3 days before the performance, we got a silly little email from NTI rescinding our license and revoking it because apparently they never approved it. And it's all the fault of the person who's on our account file because they were, like, putting forth all the information and approving things and sending us whatever, and then they ghosted us for, like, a month. And then
that was me.
We kept, like, pestering them to be like, hi, can you send us the books? Hi, can you do this? Hi, can you do whatever? And they, like, didn't, obviously. And then Christina was like, what the fuck? And then they were like, LOL, you don't have the rights. You're supposed to be applying for this to have at least 2 months of production. How are you putting on a show in 3 days if you don't have the license? And I was like, well, we started learning the music to do this review since the music is accessible. And we've been emailing you for a month and a half to send us the book. Like, this has been done early and on time. It was insane. It was very insane. Last finals in person, I still don't remember it, so no worries.
Yeah, I don't know. COVID was, like, just kind of, like, reflecting back. I remember it was March 11th was a Wednesday.
Yes.
And Monday, I believe. Monday it was. I remember I saw one of the other my fellow RAs in the cafeteria, and so I asked if I could join him. So we sat down, we were talking, and he's like, "So Carl, what do you think the odds are that they cancel, like, in-person classes at all?" And this was before any cases were in Michigan, and I was like, "Okay, no shot. Like, they're not going to. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this huge multi-million-dollar, like, Big Ten, Michigan State University, like, are they really going to cancel in-person classes and, like, put all of that and, like, send people home? Like, no way." And then next day, Tuesday, March 10th, the first 2 cases of COVID. confirmed cases of COVID popped up in Michigan. Wednesday, midday, I was with my Japanese classmate for Japanese class, and we were practicing for the frickin' final exam, or no, a oral exam that our horrible professor had just dropped onto us.
Oh yeah.
And so we were trying to, like, the day of, we were like, oh my god, like, so we're trying to, like, burn through it, right? We're trying to get through it and practice it because our teacher sucked. And completely oblivious. And so I'm doing that, and we're sitting there, and then we get an email, right? And it said, and we're like, what? And it says, in-person classes after, like, noon, starting to, will be suspended until further notice, effective, like, after noon. And we were like, what? And it was like, and it was like, okay, your professors need to contact you about it, and if they don't, assume no class. And it was like, holy cow. So we remember sitting there, and we were just like, okay, and we got an email from our professor that was like, okay, oral exam is class canceled, and I'm like, you better. Yeah, and we remember sitting there, and we're like in, like, a public area of one of the class buildings. We were in a section with, like, offices and stuff. And there was a balcony above us, and someone, like, went up to the balcony and screamed, "It's Corona time!" Like, off the balcony, and we were like, shut up. But I remember that, and it was just like, this is like, it was that moment where I was like, this is real. Like, this is real. Like, this is, like, young adult novel, like, type stuff. And now it's just, like, taken for granted. And I kind of figured it was. But I remember, they were like, we'll come back in person April 22nd. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's about to happen, but that is not it. That's not the possibility. If this is a global pandemic, it is not ending. It is not running its course in a month. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I turned out to be right. But yeah. So it was crazy because, like, I went back and I was, like, saying goodbye to residents, because they were like, yeah, I'm moving out, I'm not coming back, right?
Yeah.
Because the surprisingly, they were nice enough to offer refunds to everyone that, partial refunds to everyone that wanted to move out. And I was like, holy crap. Absolutely bonkers.
No, it was crazy. I remember, I have a question for you. Because with us, I don't know if it's because we're in New York City, and like talks and discussions about COVID had started in January with us. I remember my mom, it was around the same time where, masks were starting to be sold out, and people were starting to stock up on, Lysol and, just, all of, disinfecting things and whatever. And, my mom, every day, my mom started wearing a mask, really, really early, and, especially because she's in the cleaning industry. I mean, my mom has to manage a 5th floor building in Manhattan and manage all of the different tenants and offices and whatever, and lead all of the different teams of workers and the engineers and whatever. She's in the middle of it all. My mom worked the entirety of the pandemic because management has to work for things like this.
I did not.
Never got sick, which was great. But just talking about it and planning for what to happen had begun in January, because our professors would update us they were having these contingency meetings starting in January, February. I remember Dr. Gilmore was telling us about what's going on with COVID and how they're monitoring it. And funnily enough, I was at my Rose Hill class because we have 2 different campuses for our school. Been at the other campus in the Bronx doing work. I was working for my class. My professor was an older man. We love him very, very much. And he just so happened to be mentioning, every single class, he'd be like, all right, stay safe out there, be careful with whatever this virus is going around, just have a good weekend, get home safe. And he had mentioned because cases were rising and it was getting more serious and they're in the US. It was like March. What it was the Monday. It was like March 6th maybe or 5th.
March 9th was
No, 9th.
Monday.
March 9th was Monday. Yes, because it was after we had closed into the woods that weekend. And then literally like 1 o'clock, because class ended at 1:15 or whatever, they said that as of 1 p.m. all classes were canceled. Spring break was going to be extended because it was the week before spring break for us.
On March 9th?
Yeah, so we were going to be sent home. Please go home immediately if possible to evacuate the school and whatever. Stay away from people and get in the city if you can. Spring break is starting sooner. We will be emailing about utilizing like online services such as Zoom.
Yep.
And we got like that whole thing. And then it was like, okay, so spring break, and we were going to come back, I think it was like April 1st or like maybe March 31st.
That's a joke.
We extended it, yeah. Because, you know, and we'll keep you updated. And then it was that Thursday of that week, they sent us another email. They were like, you will not be coming back. We will, you know, if you're able to come in, please sign up and let your RA know if you can come during spring break to try to remove your things. You must be fully evacuated by like March 20th. If you're unable to return to campus within this time frame, they were gonna like set up like other times to move out. They did that for in like June and July, and it was like these time slots, and you needed to be tested, and it was like all of these crazy things. So since I live close to school, we went and moved out. So I brought home a lot of stuff and a lot of clothes. I did bring home a lot of things anyway. And then my dad moved me out that Saturday. So I took the train into the city, and then I did all of my stuff, and then Dad came to pick me up. And the craziest thing, I was walking with a friend. I had to get space bags and whatever, so we went to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. We were like walking through Central Park. The entirety of Manhattan was a ghost town. We went to the park. There were a lot of people in the park, and it was weird because it was like such a beautiful day out, like no wind, really sunny.
Yeah.
It was like weird apocalypse vibes. Like we went and we took a bunch of pictures. We were hanging out at Lincoln Center. Like we were doing like all of these things. I was on the subway without a mask going back into the city because it wasn't, you know, it was crazy. And then I packed up all of my things. I left. My friends that were here, like I hugged them goodbye, whatever. Like we'll see each other soon. Like joking around, trying to like make light of the situation.
No, you won't.
It took my dad half an hour to get to Manhattan. Usually it's like at least a 45-minute drive with no traffic. Usually like an hour from like our house. And he was like, I've never gotten to the city this quickly. You know, going and doing whatever, through the bridge and like all of this stuff. And we went home. It literally took half an hour to get back to my parents' house. And I was like, this is like there's nobody here.
Yeah, I mean, remembering back on it, it was like bonkers. I remember.
Yeah.
I was comparing it to, I mean, if you've read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, right?
Yes.
The basilisk is claiming victims, and so Hogwarts is like about to close its doors, right? That's what I was like. I feel like now, like I felt reading that book. You know, the vibe from reading that book of like, this is like, this we can't have students here. You know,
it's not safe. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you said there was a question to go with that. Did you just want to hear my experience, or?
Yes, I mean, in terms of like professors and like faculty prep, like that conversation, like trying to and talking about COVID had started, and they would tell us about these things and update us about what was going on, and you know, they'd be like, not to tell you to not go out, not to tell you to not go see whatever, but like please be careful, because no one knows kind of like what's going on, you know. And I don't know if it's just because like a lot of the faculty at Fordham are like, they're so very caring about their students, or at least the ones that I've had. They're always like have a really good relationship.
I had a variety of response. Some of them were more clued in than others. Some of them were like, keep an eye on this. It wasn't as big because I feel like Michigan was like one of the later hits, because New York had a problem pretty early, right? Like it was one of the earlier cases started.
New York City, everyone's going into JFK and LaGuardia constantly, and the amount of international flights and the crowd, you know.
Yeah, because Michigan didn't have its first case recorded until March 10th.
Yeah, like we have
2020.
had them, I
Yeah.
think, in January. Yes,
So we
yes.
were kind of sitting pretty of like, haha, like we're in a better spot. I remember
Hmm.
Washington State at that time. One of the assistant community directors, which was like an RA's supervisor. His name was also Carl. Okay, I remember one of the
Yep.
other RAs, like in the building over, who was like his subordinate. They asked him like
Yeah,
because Washington State was where he was from, and it was where he,
we're getting
it
there.
was getting slammed, and someone
Yeah,
asked him like, so what's your plan, like what's going on, and he just said I don't know and started crying like in the middle of the meeting, and it's like, oh
yeah,
shoot,
because it's scary.
yeah,
For
it's like,
us,
oh shoot, it's real.
like a huge thing too was safety of other states because a lot of states had different rules and regulations, and it was like
Yeah, like can you go home?
up doors to have people come back. Because that summer, I mean, no one was back allowed into the building. There's only a few people that came back for the first time in June, right before they started doing like the move out process for people to go back and whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but even so, I mean, all our orientation programming was online, everything was online, whatever. But a lot of people, whether it's just like unsafe family environments, like so many different reasons of like not being safe, a lot of students did not feel safe from other states that are not New York, um, because there were not any of the same
Honestly,
protections
Sir yeah.
happening, and people, masks and like whatever, like it was different, and people were getting really sick and not caring and whatever. So they really tried to make an effort. They did. I think it was like half capacity or something, and they were able to bring people back for the fall semester, not for the summer, but for
Yeah.
fall,
But how?
which was
Yeah, how?
it had that.
Like
Yeah,
our policies work. I mean, professors. Some of them, like I said, some of them were more in the loop. My Japanese professor was just oblivious. Um,
yeah,
I mean, she freaking planned an oral exam like 2 days before and said, "We're,
or,
just crap like that." But like, someone were like, "Keep an eye on this, guys. Be safe," because we didn't have any. Um, the consensus was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's there, but it's not here yet, right? So, don't travel to those states, and we'll be fine." And then,
yeah,
a week or two, I think, don't remember exactly, there was like the first COVID case confirmed to do with the MSU community, and everybody's like, "Who is it? Is it a student?" And it's like, okay, no, it's probably like a faculty member's kid or something. But
yeah,
and it's just like, oh shoot, and then that was going, and like I said, they said, "Oh, we'll be back April 22nd," and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, but that's not going to happen.
yeah,
I was like, I know that much. And we had residents moving out, and it was just like, okay, if you move out within this time frame, um, then you'll get a refund for this.
yeah,
But then, like, some international students went home, and they like, and we had to do this whole thing where we like bagged up. Like, I worked facilities, so I was part of the process of bagging up people's stuff, like making sure, rooms were locked, and then like backing up and carting them up all the stuff so that they could come back in the fall. So we had to hold people's stuff over the summer, and that was
yeah. No,
crazy.
a lot of that.
So the policy
For us, we had
was
issues with international students coming back and getting visas. We have a huge
true.
international population. Again, we're in the city.
We had some
Um,
international students just be like, "Nah, I'm not going home." Like they're like, "You need to go home," and like, "No, you. What are you gonna do about it?" And then they,
yeah,
couldn't
I had
force them.
issues in terms of like visas and whatever for kids that were abroad that were international students that still had at home and couldn't come get their stuff, even if they like have more permanent residences in Manhattan. There, like literally so many things. Um, Halocline was in Italy when the first case happened and felt
Yeah,
a
Italy
little
was
cold. Like this.
early bad.
Yeah, and so many people that I know were like abroad in Italy and
And
like
it was
figuring
getting
out to come
slammed.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah, or even just in general. Like I remember like my friends that were abroad in like we have like a London program and a Madrid program, and like them having
yeah,
to try to come back
yeah. Some of
and
my
like being jacked up, and then like getting back in and worried that like some
mhm.
people are coughing and some people are this because we didn't have testing or anything at that point. And it was like people quarantined because they didn't know if they were sick, and it was insane.
Yeah, and like there were, I was going for teaching in Japanese, so I had like a lot of other students that were studying other foreign languages, and of course they were studying abroad. And like there was a Spain trip that just got cut short and sent back. You know, everybody got shipped back home, and it was like, okay. And yeah, so like overall, the policy was in spring 2020. It was like, please go home if you can. We will pay you to, like, we will refund you.
Yeah.
Which that's nice for them. And then summer was all online. I remember being extremely frustrated because as soon as they announced that summer housing would be a thing, I emailed them and I'm like, hey, do you need RAs? Because I work sports camps usually, and those are canceled, so I need a place to live over the summer. Because back home, at my mom's house, I just did not have good internet. So I was like, I need to stay on campus. Like, and so I asked, do you need RAs? Like, I don't want to pay for it. I'm an RA. I'm an experienced RA. Like, I know you need me. Like, and then so they emailed me back and said, oh, we had plenty of people apply and the deadline has passed, so sorry, we're not accepting. And I emailed them back. I'm like, with all due respect, like I want to say, are you an idiot? But I was like, I'm extremely qualified. I almost guarantee you they're gonna back out. And just let me throw my hat into the ring. And if you don't choose me, you don't choose me. Well, guess what? 3 days before they wanted me to move in, they said, hey, Carl, are you still want an RA position? And I'm like, screw you, and yes. So yeah, and then it's like that Sunday. I mean, luckily I was well known within the RA community on campus because that was my, I had 3 years under my belt of good standing. And like I had emceed like the RA like award ceremony the year before.
Oh,
yeah. So like everybody knew who I was, pretty much.
Yeah, like,
all the hires up knew who I was. Like, do I have a good record and whatnot?
Yeah.
So, probably person when they saw that who actually was asking, they're like, yeah, we want this guy. So luckily, I was also like in good standing with facilities as well. I was yeah, exactly, Monk. And so I had like connections there of like moving, like they worked with me, and they set up like a moving truck they didn't get a moving truck there. I got a moving truck to help me bring my stuff back in the fall. But yeah, so what I ended up doing, like I called a friend up and I'm like, hey, can you help me push 6 carts full of, not 6, it was like 4 carts full of stuff across campus. So it was like super hot. We did not bring water. So we were dehydrated, and all the buildings are locked because it's the summer. So we almost passed out. No, probably not that close, but dehydration. But I was like tying the carts together with my pants, like using a pair of pants to tie them all together, and we just pushed them across campus like for a mile. So yeah, I moved in, set up like there, and so for summer housing, you had to like state like a reason why you couldn't take classes from home, and I was like, okay, I don't have internet at home. Yeah, I was like, I don't have good internet. No, okay, that's fine. So I did that. I worked 40 hours a week at facilities. I took 2 classes, and I was an RA. Worst summer of my life. Literally, I hated it. I was anxious and depressed like the entire time because I was just in a freaking box. I didn't have anyone to talk to. I'm a very introverted person.
I was home. I was with my sister, and we would go outside and go for walks and.
No, I was alone. I was all alone. Like, I'd go to work and I'd come back, and work was stressful because they started like furloughing people. Like they were like, "Hey, like this is residence education. We wouldn't have, if it weren't for students, we wouldn't have a job. So we're committing to like not firing any students, not furloughing any students. But like the managers were furloughed, and I had one manager, and she sucked, and like she wasn't doing what she needed to do." And so I was catching crap, because like blowback of, and it was just awful. It was just awful. So then, that was the policy. And then in fall of 2020, they said, okay, we've got everything in place. We've got all these precautions in place. We're going to do it full capacity. We've got 6 feet. We've got mask mandates. We're going to be good, right? And then North Carolina University comes in, like a week before we do. And all the RAs are already on campus by this time because they move in early for training.
Yeah,
And I think it was North Carolina University. North Carolina University comes in,
yeah.
they are slammed with cases. Despite having the same precautions we have, it's
And
like you're not going to tell thousands and upon thousands of college students to stay away from each other and not hang out and whatever and have it work. Like, college students are too stupid. Like, sorry. You know? So it didn't work. And so our president, Samuel L. Stanley, not Samuel L. Jackson, Samuel L. Stanley, he's an epidemiologist. Like, legitimately, he studied epidemiology. He's a doctor. Yeah. He has a PhD in it, I'm pretty sure. And so he's like, this is not good. We need to rethink our entire plan. So, like, a week before students move in, he's like, everyone's housing contracts canceled. You have to reapply and give a reason why you have to live on campus. And you could say, like, hey, I don't have a home environment that's conducive to learning or whatever, but you had to do it. So, like, if you weren't, like, an athlete, you know, good luck. Unfortunately, that meant a lot of athletes, entitled, stupid athletes, coming in and living on campus, which we did, and I had to deal with. I had a bunch of swimmers that were being very dumb. But, yeah, so that was the thing. And then we had this whole fiasco with, okay, they were only going to do it in dorms that had suite style and not community style bathrooms because they didn't want people sharing any space. So, if you were currently moved into a community style dorm, you have no job. You have to move out. You know, if you were an RA in there. And so it's like, okay, so what do we do with all these RAs? You know, we have too many RAs, you know, because it's like one RA per, 20 students or whatever.
Yes.
Or however much it was.
Yeah.
40 students, I think. And now we got too many RAs. We can't afford that because our paychecks, our room and board came directly out of other people's room and board. And if we don't have enough people, so then, like, bless this woman's heart. She said, this one, like, head person, comes up and says, hey, so I talked to, like, this other department, and they're basically going to pay for your room and board if you, become a virtual RA for, like, virtual residents. Yeah. And I was like, that sounds like it's probably better than the actual RA job, but it also sounds like a position that was made up on the spot. So I don't want to deal with that my last year of being an RA. I don't want to deal with that stress of going into an unknown, even though I think it's probably better. So I did. But they held an emergency meeting to announce this. So, granted, to summarize, the president of the university said, you guys don't have a job anymore. And then this saint says, hey guys, I kept your room and board. Some of you are going to have to move, but that's, some of you are going to have to change your position, but I got you your room and board. And people were harassing her in chat and asking questions like, why don't you care about us? And crap like that. And I was like, grow up!
She does.
She literally just saved your job, and you're yelling at her because you have to move. People are dying, like, it's a global pandemic. Like, get over yourself.
For us, one of the huge issues in terms of like for just orientation,
ignorance.
It was going to be a hybrid setting, and it was like, we need students on campus, and we need people coming here, and we need, whatever, because of money and funding. And we got, like, in a fight with the deans about, like, the plans for orientation and having questions in space and all this stuff. And they were like, it's going to be okay. And I was like, no, it's not. No one's doing that. We're not putting our people at risk. We're not. Because everyone was very, very diligent about, like, what was going on and being safe. I mean, we had no issues. We never had to... My campus never had to shut down for COVID.
Yeah.
The Bronx campus did. That's where they have sports there. They're different than us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I not to be one to stereotype, but freaking entitled athletes thinking they're hot stuff.
It's a different vibe than, like, being in Manhattan for school, right? And it was funny because I was still home. I was remote, so I was working in the mall at the time. I was working at American Eagle for a lot of the pandemic because I needed to work somewhere. Like, people were going, like, back to school shopping, and I was hearing parents. Which is so interesting because, like, I'm living in an affluent area. These people are educated and, like, whatever. And his mom's like, like, it's okay if these kids get sick. Like, with us people, like they'll just shut down for a little bit, and at least they're there and they're having fun.
Oh
and
my
they
god.
Can, like, college experience. I was like, lady, people like.
And then you bring it home to your grandparents and then kill them, and
Or like, I don't know, like I was like, I don't know if it's because like people have never like suffered ever, and like they're not understanding like.
This is real, yeah.
Going on. And like what this actually means potentially. I don't know if it's since it's potential and not like set in stone that there's this dissonance.
I think another thing
also,
is like
the fact that like you go to college for the college experience, which is defined as like partying.
Yeah. Like no. Yeah, that's
like,
not how it works.
You are going through an education, just like that whole mindset of like priorities of like why you like will invest in this experience was like crazy. I was like, people just go to school to like only to do like really that's how like that like was so mind-blowing.
Because I had a bunch of swimmers, because of course they're all friends, they're all on the swim team, and like I get a call like first meeting of the year, like everybody shows up too because might as well, but like first floor meeting of the year, they haven't figured out that they can just not show up, and so I said, hey, like I don't mean to sound like an old fart here, but like I will seriously be enforcing these mask mandates, and the limits and whatnot, because like people are dying because of this. Like I refuse to have a breakout, on our floor. I refuse to.
If you can prevent it, and
yeah,
people say
like because if we don't, and if there is a breakout, they will not hesitate to send us home because they have before, and I was like very clear.
We had like extremely low infection rates at Lincoln Center, like maybe 7 people every 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I was very really crystal clear. I was like, if you do this, I will write you up. And then like I get a call like a month or 2 in or whatever. I get a call from like the person who was supposed to be the RA on the other side of the floor, like the other wing of the floor, and she was like, "Carl, it's bad." And I'm like, what? And she's like, there's a lot of people in the study lounge across the hall from me. And there was like 20 people crammed into this. And so I walked in, I said, hello, everybody. And they all stopped and looked at me. And I said, how many people are in this room right now? Like, 20 or whatever. And I said, what does this say? I pointed at the sign that said maximum capacity 4. I said, I know you guys are in college, so I know which number's bigger. And so like I had this, I had this big thing. I was like, yo, here's the deal. Okay, I am going to write this up. Like, I'm not gonna not. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Learn to make pumpkin pie. In game. Yeah, and I was like, okay, so here's the deal. And I was like telling them, get your IDs out, like I'll include if you're cooperative and whatnot. Like, and I gotta say, now I'm gonna write up that I had this conversation with you, okay? So I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I can't promise anything, but you probably won't get removed from housing just for this. However, if you get caught again, now it's on record that I had this conversation with you. And so you'll have literally zero excuse, And so, okay, I wrote it up. And, like, one guy tried to hide in the corner from me. And, like, I was finishing it up. Like, a couple people stayed behind to be, like, asking about, like, what the documentation process. That's fine, whatever. And I said, I was like, what's good? Like, you guys were cooperative. You gave me your IDs. And you didn't, and you didn't hide from me, right? You aren't hiding in the corner, like your friend over here. And I said that while I was talking to them. And I said, would you like to come out? And they started laughing at him. He said, you freaking idiot. Like, what are you doing? And so I was like, all right, can I get your, name? He's like, yeah, he gave it to me. And I'm like, okay, so you messed up. I'm not going to lie, Brian or whatever. I was like, you messed up, because now it's going to be in the report that you knew you were breaking the rules and now you're trying to hide from repercussions. So in the future, you're on extra hot, you're on extra thin ice, And so, God dang it, it's, Jesus Christ, just be safe. I get it. It sucks. You can't talk to your friends. You're not going to have that freshman experience. But, like, people are dying.
Yeah. No, everyone on our campus was really good. I mean, with all the virtual stuff, we were able to do bigger musical things, and like it was different because we couldn't perform, but we at least would like hang out and do check-ins and movie nights and like things like that to just be like, how are you? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I hated
A lot
that last
that
year.
were freshmen, and I was a junior that we were doing that. Like I'm friends with them now, and I see them, and it's like that was really beneficial to like have that space, and you know they're appreciative of the things that we did and tried to do. Spring semester of I guess it was 2021. Yeah, spring 2021. Last spring. Things opened up a lot more on campus because everything was working really well, and cases did go up. So they were able to do a lot of things. They had like relatively normal graduation, I'm pretty sure. So life got really good, and the summer was fine. Orientation was fine, and the entire semester has been pretty rock solid. We've had an increase in cases now because there's just like, a lot of cases in the city, but everyone's okay. Everyone's boosted.
Yeah. Well, spring 2021, we saw a spike. Like when people came back that winter, we saw a huge spike, and so they did like lockdown. Like one of the things I thought that was stupid about the rules, they said like visitors are discouraged. I'm like, you freaking like don't say visit, say yes or no.
Allowed.
Yeah.
We had no visitors allowed. The guest policy was only changed
halfway
through the fall semester.
Bless you.
Gosh. I'm so done with this.
You wish. But yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? No, recommended. That means visitors are okay. You know, because if you say, what's the policy on visitors? Visitors are not recommended, or we request that you don't bring visitors. They're going to say, okay, so I can have visitors. And then you say yes. It was like, no overnight. So they said no. They said, boom. Cases have been exploding on campus. No visitors. No leaving your room unless you have somewhere to be. Like, unless you're going to the dining hall or you're getting, doing your laundry, don't leave. Period. Sorry.
Yeah, we also had, like, you weren't allowed to go between the, hi, David, yeah, we're dying. No.
You know, I think Sam was going to do a podcast.
Two different dorms on campus. You couldn't have guessed that way either.
But I don't know what happened to that.
Like, they were very strict. I am so tired.
I don't know. I was kind of frustrated with things like that. And then it was October. Yeah, I was streaming every once in a while in like April of 2020. Like that's when I started. Might be a trivia question on my subathon, folks. Pay attention to that. But yeah, I started streaming like April 2020. Like every once in a while. Like I was like always dead tired, from working, so I didn't do it a lot. And then October of 2020, all of this, they said, hey guys, so all the student workers, we either have to fire you guys or fire the full-time workers, and like you guys are students, but like that's their job, so we know we said that we wanted to keep students at all costs, but you're fired. And I was like, I can't blame you. So, I had 12 hours a week now, free time. So, I mean, guess what I started doing? Streaming. Yeah, that was when I started streaming. October 2020. Playing some Animal Crossing. Growing pumpkins. Because there was a pumpkin update for Halloween. And so that's what I did. And it was convenient because it was like a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't keep a schedule," and I was like, "Well, I had 12 hours like." So I literally just streamed, like I had 3 4-hour blocks that I worked, and I would literally just stream like the last 3 hours of the block. So I'll just be like, okay, so I was streaming for 9 hours a week, and it was nice. It worked out. Got affiliate that December, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah. Cool stuff, man. Very cool stuff.
So I had something in someone in my chat suggested we should do or at least I do a stories time stream or a podcast. Yeah. I know you were talking about that. Did that ever go anywhere? or are you just like,
Yeah.
I don't have time
All
for
like
this?
planned and prepped. It's just having time to actually do it.
Gotcha.
My friend and I are gonna. The goal is to like actually do it this summer once I get back from Italy.
So what kind of like stuff you talking about?
We're gonna have like just different like themes. Think of it as like personalized, I guess, BuzzFeed almost. Just like talking about stuff and life and dating and college.
Chatting.
And
Just chatting. Today's prompt. Have questions from
Yeah.
from the Stam podcast Reddit.
Yeah. And it'll be themed, like each week we'll have like what this episode's gonna be about.
Will you be having any special guests?
Yeah, we can have special guests. That'd be a
Hypothetically
lot of fun.
speaking, I don't know,
Yes. It'd be a lot of fun to have special guests.
So what goes into making I mean, you just sit there and you talk for 2-3 hours, and then someone maybe edits it down and posts it on like, I don't know where, like Spotify or something.
Spotify has a really user friendly like means for doing it, and they have lots of like free for use music and whatever and all this stuff. We do have to design like a podcast cover for it to be uploaded on Spotify. We have like a spreadsheet of like ideas and themes and things to talk about. I would like to ideally have like a script of like bullet points of things to talk about, so it's at least somewhat organized.
Some structured.
Yeah, in terms of like the flow of what we're talking about, so that should help
the
with
emote
editing,
or you,
since it's not just going to be like random. I had to do a podcast for like as a project last summer for one of my literature classes that I did, and that's kind of like what Michaela and I did, and it helped a lot to like streamline the time because there was a time limit on it. Yeah, so that's like basically it, and then recording it, and then posting it.
A secret note.
What does it say?
Someone is waiting for you on level 100 in the Skull Cavern. Did we already do that?
Oh, yeah. You don't have all your secret notes?
No. Well, when I joined, you need the magnifying glass you get on Winter 1. And when I joined, I was not with you when you did Winter Year 1. Or Winter 1 in Year 1.
Yeah.
So I didn't get it. I never got it.
Interesting.
So I just got it like, a couple times ago because I was here for Winter 1 Year 2. And so now I'm getting it. Which, I mean, I've already been to floor 100, right? Was I there with you? No.
I think.
No, I don't think we were actually, because it's harder to do level 100 with two people.
You were definitely moderating the stream, though. You were definitely on stream.
Because you don't have the cryptic note quest, right?
I don't think so.
Or you press minus, you can check.
Let me see. No, I have catch a Lincoln.
Lincod?
Fresh fruit, yes. Apricot, fish stew. I'm guessing albacore.
Interesting.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's 3:12. You want to play for another like 15 minutes, and then
Sounds good
I'll go
to me.
step final.
For your final exam. Final exam.
Crazy. Oh my god, the abs, so sore. So sore.
So Dagummy says, not me saying, this is Dagummy saying that I should be a potential podcast guest. Just saying. Not my words, Dagummy's.
I agree. Oh my god, the mountain of juice that is here. This is actually so funny.
The amount of what? Tissues?
Tissues. Oh god.
Oh, it's starting to get hot enough that's like mildly sweaty. And sitting in a recliner when you're mildly sweaty.
Not fun.
Yeah, I've got a fan blowing the breeze through.
Okay. That's good. I want to get like a mini AC for my room because we have the big one set up in the living room. That's really good, but I don't want to have to keep my door open at night to like feel it.
See, I will say the one good thing about summer 2020 was that all the RAs were given an AC unit, and that was the first time I'd ever lived in a space with air conditioning.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have them normally?
Yeah, growing up, no, I didn't have. We had a basement. You go to the basement where it was cooler, and that was it. So use fans, go to the basement, drink
You don't
a
have
slushy.
central air conditioning in your house?
My mom's house does not. It's my childhood
Yeah.
home. My dad's house does.
Easy. It's me being a spoiled New York kid, I guess.
In New York.
Yeah.
Not everyone can get a place on a podcast. Thank
AC
you.
heating units. They were only on during like summer.
Oh no, our dorms. I don't think any dorm had built-in. Like they were all like window units that had to be installed. And you had to have a medical reason to get them. You couldn't pay for them.
Wow.
You couldn't just buy them. And yeah. And like certain special accommodations. And for example, being an RA that year, got special accommodations. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like in the hall next to mine, Case Hall, they would like have football camp. So they would have like the football, like the new incoming football players, like take up a couple floors on that, you know, in the building. And they would install AC units for those rooms and then uninstall them in the weeks leading up to actually having students. And I was like, you're kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I do know our dorms are like kind of newer. I think at our other campus, not everything has an AC unit. I know at my sister's university, just at URI, like she didn't have AC and whatever. It also doesn't get like hot.
My dormitory was built in 1963 when I lived in.
That's crazy. The dorms I lived in were freshman year, made in 2011.
Oh, jeez.
The freshman dorms, and then the other one was also more recent.
The newest dorm, like the newest building that is a dorm, constructed on campus in Michigan State University, was built in 1967.
My God.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It was, Michigan State was founded under a different name, Michigan Agricultural College, I believe, in 1855. First land-grant university in the nation. So, you know, my dormitory was almost as old as my mom.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was freaking old as dirt. My dorm saw so much renovation when I was there. Because I lived in Brody neighborhood, which is like a, you know, different one. But, yeah, well, then I lived in Wonders Hall, which is the one that I lived in for the last 4 years of my college career, and the one I was an RA in for all 4 years. And it was like the crappiest one in South neighborhood. When I moved in, it was the only one without a...
Oh, is everyone going to the beach? I was like, why is everyone here?
Oh, yeah, they're going to the Ginger Island.
That's funny.
It was...
I'll go with them.
Okay, let's go over. It was the only one that didn't have a cafeteria, so I had to leave my dorm to go to a cafeteria. Because if you lived in, say, North Wonders, and you wanted to... if you lived in North Wonders... No, if you live in South Wonders and you wanted to go to the cafeteria, you would have to take the elevator to the basement and then go to the facilities area and take the service elevator up to the kitchen and then wheel your way through the kitchen to get to the cafeteria. And so it was closed because it was not ADA compliant, as you can imagine.
That's crazy.
There was also no Wi-Fi in the actual dorm, like living spaces. There was in the main public area. So if you wanted to use Wi-Fi, you couldn't get it from your room. You could use Ethernet. There wasn't Ethernet, but there's no Wi-Fi.
Really?
Yeah. And there was no fire suppression system, like no sprinklers, right?
Stop.
But that's okay because all the walls contained asbestos. So they were fireproof. But yeah, no, it was insane. But when I lived there, they added Wi-Fi. They renovated the entire freaking building and added sprinklers. You know, so they had to. That was awful because they had to go into literally every single room, of course, to add a sprinkler, and that was way behind schedule. So I remember moving in and still being clutter everywhere. And the other RAs were like, "Are they going to get this done like before students move in?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Fun fact: I was also the first person to move in after the reservations were done. Sprinkler system, because I had connections. But yeah, they renovated. They completely like took down the old cafeteria and then created it into like a bunch of like computer labs and stuff. All right, this guy, he's annoying me. How do you think we take him out? He's too fast.
Do we have to get speedy shoes?
No. So whenever he gets too close, he runs away.
Can you like dig the spot?
Nah.
Can I put...
Someone told me the answer. It's really obscure. I don't really know. Oh, that's a good idea. Nice! That's not the solution I had. But good job.
Smart.
There you go. Oh, I'll give all these back to you.
That's so cool. Oh yes, thank you.
Oh. There.
Sam asked the parrots to begin delivering mail to the island. I did.
Why?
Just now.
What?
I didn't do anything. I was get.
Yeah, I mean, we've already did that. We already did that.
Why did I get the note? Huh.
That's not supposed to happen. Because I think we just lost the...
Big brain. Foldiest of brains. Yes, thank you, Dagami.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I think, did we just spend it? Did we just double spend?
No, I don't think so, because we weren't anywhere near any parrots. How would we have been able to double spend?
Yeah.
We weren't.
Because I was trying to give you the path.
Maybe it was just a delay, because I don't think I had that before when you bought it.
Because, yeah, I bought it and then saying you bought it.
No, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it was just like a weird glitch.
But yeah, we have two, because we had 9. We had 9 walnuts. And then we purchased that, so then we have 4.
I'm good. We're finishing up our Stardew stream.
Who's that? Is that Zuzu City?
Yes, it's Zuja.
Hi, Zuja.
Carl says hi.
Wait, she can probably hear me, right?
Probably. She said hello.
Nice.
We have to get... Only the greatest walnut hunters may enter here. Your current status. Oh my gosh, we're really close to having 100 walnuts.
Oh, what do we got?
87. Maybe that's what we'll do next time. We'll finish the walnut scavenge.
Oh, I have something to show you. Come with me to the resort area.
Okay. I'm heading on over.
This would be a good place to end off.
Yeah, I'll finish out this day. Cool. And then we'll head home.
Gotta wait till 8 p.m.
Ooh, interesting.
I do believe.
Okay, I'm at the resort area.
Come with me.
Come with me to the Emerald City. One short day in the Emerald City. I'm so nasally. Always wanted to see the Emerald City. One short day for a lifetime of fun.
Grab your silver slippers. We're going to Kansas. Come with me.
Ooh, OG knowledge of the book. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, look at me. I read the entire series when I was younger. Every single one. There was like dozens of books.
I have read the first one. So just stay here.
Come here.
Oh. Pirates! Mario and Luigi. Green, you're always Mama's favorite. Wah. Mamma mia, calm down, brother. Yeah, they actually are Mario and Luigi. That's so funny. Black Gull, yar, matey. You must have a keen eye to spot our secret cove. Yo-ho! Muppet Wizard of Oz is the best friend. I think I've watched. Grim Pirate. Yonder seas a chilling tale, a nightmare sure to haunt your sleep. It was midnight from my hands to savage. Yar, it is true. Oh.
I'm playing darts.
Just kidding. I actually lost them while trying to fish an eggshell out of the blender. Oh my god! Alas, me famous cake batter days are over. My god. What? Kool-Aid Man. He's in a stupor. He's in a stupor. Dart Man. Care for a game of darts? You 20 darts to score exactly 300. Maybe just.
I just won the darts.
Another boat.
And I got a gold walnut. This guy's my favorite.
Well-dressed pirate. Yar. Not convincing, huh? Sigh. To tell you the truth, I don't really want to be a pirate. I'd rather grow palms. Unfortunately, there's no money in the palm business. Oh, it's so sad. Ah!
So apparently there are glitch. It's like a glitch where it won't count walnuts properly, and if you like bring up the chat menu, which I don't know how to do, you can like type /recount nuts, and then it'll recount them and do it right. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's 11 p.m.
A bit of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. We used to watch this all the time when I was a kid.
I like the first one. They started 4 was like why. 2 and 3 were like okay, I'm done.
I'm gonna adopt it.
What?
From Pirates of the Caribbean. I've got a job dead.
Oh, I think you said I got adopted. I was like, what?
No.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
His entire just like, is so funny. I think I saw the first one when it came out and then ran out of the theater because he got scared at one point. The Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Magic Kingdom in Disney World is one of my favorites. It's very fun. Go to sleep for the night. Alrighty. And that's Dream.
Alright, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Thanks for hanging out, friends. I appreciate you all very much.
If you like what you saw, feel free to follow me and Sam over at frylordgaming.
Yes. Make sure you go follow Carl over on Carl the Pumpkin Man.
Yeah.
So thanks for hanging out. Good luck with finals, whoever has finals.
Check out our social medias in description.
Oh, yes.
As well.
Yes.
Tagami, Tagami's gonna go follow Sam right now. Yeah, hit that heart button again. Hit the heart button.
I'll go follow Carl right now. Funny. So we'll see you later. Keep you posted. Maybe on Friday we'll stream because I don't have a final on Friday. Tomorrow I have a final. Yeah, and we'll see you guys later. Goodbye, friends.
All right. Well, bye everybody. End stream. Go.